These housemates. Very, very interesting bunch, for real. These housemates are they're just one of a kind. Ladies and gentlemen, late last night, I listened to Kaybobo taunt Faith over Faith's words, during that whole altercation that happened yesterday, that he was going to hands off the wager preparations. Yes, because of the many things that had been thrown at him, right? So in retaliation, he had said what he said. I listened to Kaybobo taunting Faith, because they had delivered their props late last night, and Faith had rushed to go check out the props. So he was checking out the props, and Kaybobo was eating at the dining table, and he was taunting Faith. Oh, dude, I thought you said you were not going to touch the props. I thought you said you were not going to be a part of the wager anymore. Yeah, go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep, bro. You gotta be humble. You gotta be humble. You're too pompous. You're too proud. Go to sleep, bro. We're gonna do it without you. With or without you, we're gonna do the wager. Even though you're not in this house, we're still gonna do the wager, and we're still gonna win the wager. Go to sleep, bro. Get away from that, bro. And then Sultana too was like, the ship will sail without you. Sultana too was talking, the ship will sail. The ship will sail without you. See, as much as Kaybobo has a reason for his reaction, I acknowledge that he has a reason for his reaction, because if I were to be in that house and someone made such bold statements that, I'm the foundation of this house, I'm not going to touch the wager, without me people will fail the wager, If someone made such bold statements, I would want to call their bluff as well. I would want to do the same thing, right? I would want to be upset. But then common sense should come into play. You know why? Because today's Friday. The wager is tonight, 8 p.m. WAT, by the ways. Yeah, the wager is tonight. The housemates they've not rehearsed anything. They've not done anything. Now, for Faith's team, their team is supposed to present fashion, style, and art. Faith is an artist. He's very good with paintings and drawings. That's what he knows how to do best, aside his many talents, yeah? He's the brain behind, oh God, he's the brains behind the idea, the whole storyline for his team. He's the one carrying the wager. And aside this week's wager, ladies and gentlemen, you and I know that for every week this season, every time Faith is in a team for the wager, he is usually the one in charge of the props. Just like Doris is usually the one in charge of, creating the props for our team, Faith is the one in charge of creating the props for his team. And he always, always does a fantastic job at it. So, last night when they brought the props, there were 2 canvases to paint, to draw. It was blank, it was empty. They brought materials. Dede said she does sketches for a fashion brand that she's trying to release, right? So Dede was trying on the fabric that was brought. Kola was playing his role of a stylist. Zita I don't know what Zita was drawing. I don't know if Zita is very good at drawing. Kaybobo was just sat, coordinator. What's his name? Mensan. That one had his own situation he was dealing with, which I'm going to address later. Rude Boy was in the kitchen doing dishes. So, the scenario that I was looking at last night after Rude Boy had taunted and shamed Faith to hands off their props was a bunch of people that looked clueless. They looked confused. They are not used to taking initiative and doing things for themselves, by themselves, for their team. They're not used to taking initiative. They're not used to, taking up the reins of leadership and saying, okay, I know what to do. In fact, they are not used to knowing what to do. Oh, God. So I wrote a tweet. I said, I want to see Kaybobo take charge of this wager for his team members especially. I want to see him take charge. I want to see him lead his team to victory. If he can. I put a clause. If he can. I want to see him lead his team to victory. Because he said without faith, they can do everything. They can win the wager. They will win. Okay, fine. I want to see it happen. And this is not me saying that Kaybobo is a dullard, that he does not have brains of his own. No, I'm not saying that. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen how for every week where there's a wager, Kaybobo is usually in the shadows. The only place where you see him very active is in the kitchen cooking. When it comes to task, Kaybobo does not have the weight to pull. Physically, he has the weight. When it comes to all of those mental tasks, all of those, logical tasks, Kaybobo, that is not his forte. That is not where he shines best. Where he shines best is in the kitchen. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it was just that arrogance, the way he was shushing away Faith from that place, not to look at the props, not to touch the props. So I love the fact that Faith stepped away. He allowed them. Let them do what they want to do. The canvas is there. Both canvases, they are there. I want to see if without Faith, if they would draw it by themselves. I'm not saying that they should go and beg Faith. No. But this is where I have a problem. These housemates, they knew what happened yesterday. Kaybobo himself did not know the genesis of what happened. He did not see the genesis of what happened. Now, this is somebody that calls Faith his friend. This is someone that has told Big Brother in his diary session that, oh, Faith is his friend. He has come to like the guy. He has come to understand the guy. He likes the guy. They are friends. And he looks forward to building a connection with Faith outside the house, right? So if you claim that this guy is your friend and you saw that whole altercation going on, him alone standing as a one-man squad, defending himself, but then almost the entire house against him, what would you do as a friend? Shouldn't you call him to a corner and ask him, dude, what's up? What's happening? Have a conversation. Listen to his own side of the story to find out, to at least understand what was happening. But Kaybobo made no attempt to do such. Instead, he was sleeping, he woke up, saw the whole chaos, and immediately he added his voice, joined forces with the other parties to antagonize Faith. And then it's time for the wager preparations. His mouth is yapping. Go to sleep, bro. You should be humble. I say, okay, oh. I really do wish that Faith will completely hands off the wager and let Kaybobo take charge. I want to see Kaybobo in this element. I'm used to seeing him in the element of the kitchen. I want to see him in this element. I want to see what he can deliver. I want to see him do stuff. Because at some point, dude was dozing off on the sofa. He was sleeping. Whilst the other colleagues, they were confused. They were clueless. They were thinking of what to do, how to go about the props. They didn't even know what to do. Kaybobo was on the sofa. He was... It was so funny. So funny. But I would love to hear your thoughts about this, guys. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyways, look at me. I forgot my introduction before even beginning this video. Okay, you are all welcome to my channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I call myself the girl with the tea. Guys, quick reminder that tomorrow is Saturday, And okay, I know that you all know that tomorrow is Saturday. What am I saying? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Tomorrow being Saturday, by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here for our YouTube live conversation, our community gathering. And I look forward to seeing all of you. I look forward to hosting all of you. I look forward to having a swell time with all of you. I look forward to having an interactive intellectual session with all of you. It's always a pleasure rubbing minds with all of you. So please make sure you come through, make it a date with me. Do not miss out. There is a lot to unpack. Yes. And I cannot wait to let the cat out of the bag on something I've been meaning to discuss with all of you. So please make sure you come through tomorrow. All right. And of course, do not forget to share your thoughts in the comment section of this video, because hey, your opinion is very important to me. All right. Now, quickly, we proceed with the rest of the video. Now, I've told you about everything that transpired between Faith and Kaybobo. Now, late last night, this was literally like okay, maybe not the final, but almost like the final event of the night before all the housemates called it a night. Jason J and Sultana got busy again. Yep. During the pool party, you could tell that both of them were horny. You could tell that both of them were going to be getting some action, you know, last night after the party. And they did not disappoint. And you see, there's this thing that Jason J does. That guy is always behaving like a criminal. He's always behaving like a thief at night. You know, anytime he wants to do stuff beneath the sheets, he's always like this. He's always shining those his eyes. And he's always like this. It's as if he's scanning the room to see which housemate is awake or which camera is, you know, focused on them. Now, I don't know if he's trying to get the attention of the cameras or if he just wants privacy, you know, with Sultana. He did the same thing with Joanna too, you know, the night, last week? Yeah, last week, the night when both of them, they had their moment in bed, you know, beneath the sheets. And so, just like that, same thing he did then, that's the same thing he did again last night. You know, it was like this. And then before we knew it, he had kissed Sultana, and then he had used the duvet to cover both of them. They had kissed, and then before we knew it, to the shaka, 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 shaka. We were seeing movements beneath the sheet. It was a lot. A lot. If truly Jason J has a girlfriend outside, madam, I salute you, because after your man is done, giving us all of this full experience on live TV, you still go and brag, my man. But anyways, that one happened. But let's fast forward to, no, not fast forward. Let's take some steps back to the pool party. Ladies and gentlemen, the pool party was a banger. It was wild. It was insane. It was interesting. Housemates were having mad fun. But Faith was not a part of all of that fun. Now, after that whole altercation he had with majority of the house yesterday, Mide had told the housemates to not talk to him. Mide had told her fellow housemates to isolate Faith, you know, that they should just give him space. They should not talk to him. They should just leave him alone. And Mide wasn't the only one that said it, you know. There was also Jason J that made certain insinuations like that, and some other housemates too. So Faith had decided, okay, fine, I'm going to stay mute. I'm not going to contribute to the wager. I'm not going to contribute to your conversations. All of you, live your life. Leave me alone. Let me do my thing. I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to be on my own. All right. Now, there was a point yesterday that Big Brother had called Faith into the diary room. We don't know what happened, why he called Faith, because some housemates were out in the garden. They were having their painting, sip and paint exercise or activity rather. So we don't know what was going on inside the house at that point in time. But we heard Big Brother summon Faith to the diary room. He had gone to the diary room. And then when the housemates outside had gone back inside the house, we saw that Faith was on a mute mode. He was mute. He was not talking. He was like literally mute. But he was playing pool, that's snooker, with Jason J. Jason J from time to time would try to talk to him. He was quiet, you know, using sign language to communicate. Mensan, who had been one of the people that had said the most against Faith during that whole altercation, was now trying to act like a good friend. Now went to Faith. My guy, it's not that deep now. It's just normal house banter now. It's not that deep now. Oh yeah, talk to me now. Oh yeah, talk to me. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh yeah, come, let me give you a hug. Oh yeah, talk to me now. You know, we just have, like, guys, Mensan was being two-faced. He was being two-faced. It was being, I don't even know. But one thing I'm going to say is, I know that this is all for show. This is all a game. But if you have a friend like Mensan outside, end that relationship. Because that friend will stand and watch people stab you. Like, they'll stand and watch people ruin you. They will join in destroying you. They will join in ruining your reputation, shredding you apart, killing you and doing everything they want to do in your face. And then they will still come to you and tell you, oh, you know, I care about you. I'm your friend. So I really do hope that Faith evaluates his so-called friendship with Mensan after the show, because Mensan is not a friend. Mensan is an enemy right in his face, all right? Because what he was doing yesterday, I was even wondering, like, okay, hold on a second. Did Big Brother instruct Faith to be mute, to be quiet? Because this guy was literally mute. Mensan kept on trying to talk to him, and he kept on gesticulating to Mensan that Mensan should, you know, stop, leave him alone. But Mensan refused to leave him alone. The guy was literally going to hug him, going to hold him, literally just being all up in his face. And, you know, as that was happening, some other housemates too were making comments. Leave him alone, leave him, let him just do his nonsense. They were still goading Faith. And Faith was quiet. And I really love the fact that he was quiet, because if he talks again, they will say he's arrogant, he's proud, he's provocative, he's an instigator. So I love the fact that he was mute, he sealed his mouth, and he kind of hid his mic away from himself so that he will not even talk. Fast forward to the pool party. Faith sat on the swing. He did not dance. He did not join in all the whatever that was going on. He was just on the swing, you know, moving to the music, enjoying his own time whilst he was there. At some point, Kola went to sit beside him but moved away. And then later on, Dede went to sit beside him. And Dede was the only person he spoke to, because he and Dede, they've been able to build some sort of rapport, you know, this week in the house. So he spoke with Dede, they laughed, they shared some jokes, and then Dede left. Later on, Zita went to sit there, but he did not talk to Zita. And then afterwards, he had gone, you know, after the pool party, they had gone back into the house. Now, inside the house, it seemed like Coin and Sultana, they had planned to prank the housemates, right? So Sultana had assisted Coin in summoning all the housemates to the lounge, that there's some gist that they need to hear. So the whole house had gathered in the lounge, and Coin had taken the floor in front of all of them, wasted some time a bit, and then he had finally let the cat out of the bag. He had told the housemates that, oh, he received a phone call, and he had been told that he would be leaving the house next morning, that he has been evicted, that he had been asked to choose someone to live with him, and he had chosen Dede. Now, the whole house went cold. People thought it was serious, and the reason is because, you know, the first time it happened with Dede, Joanna, and Rude Boy, they did not take it serious. But then Thelma and Bright Morgan's eviction happened, and, you know, the week is over already, and they realized, okay, these people are not coming back, so it's actually a real eviction, meaning anything can happen at any time. So now a phone call has come in. They all saw Coin receive the call, and they heard Coin ask the operator, oh, should I make the decision now? So they were not sure what exactly was going on. So they literally swallowed everything hook, line, and sinker. Dede was literally losing her mind. She was freaking out, and she was literally, you know, dragging him here and there. Why did you pick me? Why did you choose me? Why didn't you choose Isabella? You sleep with her in the night. Why did you choose Isabella? Why me? Why me? And I was like, well, you are my bestie now. So if there's anybody I'm going to pick, it's definitely going to be you, you know? So she was so distressed, and Mide too went cold. Mide was panicking. She was scared, because for her, she has lost Bright Morgan. She doesn't want to lose her friend again. She doesn't want to lose Dede, otherwise she's going to run mad in this house, you know. So she was now, you know, calling on Dede to ask Coin if he was actually just pranking her or if he was being serious, because it's not funny anymore. It's messing up with their mind. And after some time, Coin then finally admitted that, okay, it's just a prank. We're not going anywhere. We're still in this house. And it was just very funny anyway. So kudos to Coin for a good prank, because it kind of felt real. It was kind of real for a lot of the housemates, because even Faith, as much as he had been quiet and giving the whole house a silent treatment, he felt so bad that he went to go and hug Coin. And I believe that the reason he went to hug Coin is because they kind of have some sort of rapport, even though they are not best of friends. Two, when Rude Boy had been fake evicted, and Faith was assisting Rude Boy in packing up his luggage, Faith had broken down crying, and Coin was there to console him and reassure him that everything is going to be fine, that he believes that Rude Boy will be back. So Faith probably felt that way as well and went to go and hug Coin. And Coin was like, leave me alone, we are not talking, no. Should be, go and check, your props are there, we are still not talking, you know, da. So, Faith had hugged him and left. Now, speaking about the wager props, there was something I did not explain. I think I really need to explain it now. Prior to that whole altercation that happened in the house yesterday, Faith had brought on a brilliant idea. And the brilliant idea is to foster collaboration amongst all the housemates, you know, even though they are in their respective teams. Now, there are just 13 people in the house at the moment, and they have limited hands and limited talent, you know, to function in different groups. So Faith brought on this idea that last week they had been given a brief as well to be paired and to execute the wager. But they had all worked together to achieve something great, and the viewers had voted that they gave a great performance. Even Big Brother had commended them for their performance. So Faith's point was that even though Big Brother told them to group themselves, it still will make sense if they act as props in one another's presentation and performance. So an example he gave was, for instance, now they are presenting fashion, style, and art as an expression of art, according to the brief. So whilst they are doing that, they need somebody to be singing and dancing and doing choreography. They need someone to be doing spoken words poetry. So what if they all collaborate? There's a team that is in charge of spoken words and poetry. There's another team that is in charge of dance and choreography. So they would love for them to infuse their various forms of art, you know, to give a full-blown performance and experience so that the viewers will enjoy it and possibly vote for them again to, you know, win the wager. And I felt like it was a brilliant idea, you know, but then the likes of Zita, I think it was only Zita, she had her reservations. For her, she was scared because for her, Big Brother had a reason for telling them to perform in different groups, you know, so why do they want to merge everything? So Faith was trying to explain that, no, we're not merging everything. We are using people as props because we have limited props and we have limited performers in our various teams. And all the housemates, they accepted and they agreed. And Faith was already drawing up the structure of the plan that he has. They were already, you know, making a move to begin execution. And all the housemates, they were loving the bigger picture that Faith was creating for all of them to see. And guys, it sounded so good, yeah. But then that altercation happened. And Faith got upset. Other housemates too, they got upset and said no, that they need to break off the whole idea. No more collaboration. Everybody work in your own team. Everybody work in your own team. So that was how everything got scattered. Faith too got upset, tore up his own manuscript and trashed it up. Yes. Now, another thing, I saw the Bbnaija handler, the person populated across their social media accounts, you know, a caption about that event, that something altercation happened and Faith tore up the wager script. And I'm thinking, wait, hold on a second. Who is the handler? Who is the Bbnaija handler? Are you people deliberately trying to mobilize more hate for this young man? Because this young man is already hated by a lot of viewers. You already hate this guy. So the handler, the Bbnaija handler, are you people trying to mobilize more hate for this guy? Because already we know where Big Brother's interest is geared towards in terms of who he's really, supporting, who is his favorite. So what is with the caption? When you say Faith tore up and trashed the Wager script, then you are meaning to say that the Wager script that the whole house, the whole groups, all the groups, they came together, they wrote it together, that is what he tore and trashed. That's what you mean, which does not make sense, because each team has their own script. They have their own work they've been doing. The paper that Faith tore up is the paper that he has been using to take note. He has been drawing up ideas, just like he normally does every week, where there's a task, where there's a wager to be presented. So what was with that caption? I don't understand. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hey! 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 I reserve my comment. Now, fast forward to later. Isabella literally locked up one of the bedrooms, and she literally barred the door, and she was begging Mensan for a kiss and a hug. Yeah, guys, it was hectic. Now, it was funny because Mensan was playing along, right? And she kept on saying, every time in the house, you are the one that is always, there's one sexual language that they use in the house. One thing like that, I can't even pronounce it. So she's like, every time in this house, you're the one that is always saying that. Today, you must kiss me, you must hug me. Now, Mensan kept on begging that no, he doesn't want to kiss because he has a girlfriend outside. And she said, you're here for a show. So give us a show, give people a show. And he said no. So he kept on refusing and refusing. She kept on pressing on and pressing on and pressing on. He tried to run out of the room, but Isabella was literally barring the room door, that he's not going anywhere. And she kept on saying that, that she has always admired him, she has always liked him, that because he's always talking about his mom, that is why she can relate with him, because she's also a single mom and her son is very proud of her. So every time she sees how Mensan is always proud of his mom, he likes her that way and he can relate with her. So I'm thinking, so because you can relate with him and because you like him, that is why you are demanding for a kiss. This guy is telling you he doesn't want to kiss. Is it by force? So she kept on going at it, kept on going at it. Now, the good thing is she gave him distance. She was by the door. He was on one side. Sometimes they would come together. He was okay, I'll give you a peck. She said, no, I don't want a peck. So the whole thing went on and on and on. And I was just wondering, okay, how is Mensan going to come out of this situation? He could rough handle her, drag her and toss her on the bed and run out. But then both of them have friends. And I don't even understand. I don't understand if Mensan was uncomfortable in that situation. But because he was enabling it and he was condoning the whole thing, it looked like both of them were having fun. So that one continued. And I thought about that situation and, I kind of had a eureka moment, because it dawned on me that Isabella suddenly switched up and wanted that kiss from Mensan because she had seen Coin playing around with Dede. So that had sort of pissed her off. So for her, she wanted to get her own pound of flesh by doing stuff with another guy. And it's funny to me because she and Coin, they've been cuddling each other all week. All week. Every single night. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all for all the drama that happened between yesterday and late last night. I look forward to hearing from all of you. All right, so please go ahead and share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.